Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are going to learn the remaining part of our story, the three questions. This is the parable. Parable means a moral story. The writer wants to teach us some moral lesson. In yesterday's lecture, we learned that there was a certain king. He was a very famous king. He was ruling very well. But one day he has three questions in his mind and he wants the proper answer. So he made a public proclamation, means announcement, that one who should give him the proper answer, then the he will give him gold jewelry, etc., etc. But nobody can give him the proper answer. So he went to meet a hermit as a common fellow. So what happened in the cottage of a hermit, we should go into open your textbook. When the king arrived, the hermit was digging the ground in front of his hut. He greeted the king but went on digging. The king arrived in the hut of the hermit. What the hermit was doing? He was digging the ground. Was digging, past continuous tense. He was digging the ground in front of his hut. Means hermit was digging the ground in front of his hut. He greeted the king but went on digging. Means he said hi hello to the king and went on his work. The hermit was frail and weak, and each time he struck the ground with the spade and turned over a little earth. He breathed heavily. He greeted the king but went on digging. Means hermit met the king and he greeted him, but he went on his work. There is the physical appearance of the hermit has been given. How was the hermit? Hermit was very weak person. Weak means weak in his body. Physically he was not a good healthy person. And each time he struck the ground with a spade, and he was digging the ground with his spade. Spade means an instrument which was used for digging the ground. And turned over a little earth, and he breathed heavily. And hermit was breathed heavily while he was digging the ground. The king went up to him and said, the king went to hermit, and what he said? I have come to you. I have come to you, wise hermit, to ask you to answer the three questions. The king told the hermit that he came here to meet him and he wants the answers of his three questions. How can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? The first one is how the king can learn. The first question of the king is how he can learn to do the right thing at the right time. How he could know to do the right thing at the right time. Second one is who are the people I most need. Which people he need the most. The second one. And third one, whom should I therefore pay most attention. And which people he should pay most attention. And what affairs are the most important and need my first attention. And again the king asked him what affairs, means which thing he should do first. Okay. Here the king went to meet a hermit. The hermit was living in a hut. Hermit was digging the ground. He was digging the ground with a spade, and the hermit was a very weak person and he was breathing heavily while digging the garden. King met the hermit and he asked him his three questions. What he asked? Which work he should do at the right time. At the right time, which work he should do. Which people he should need. And third one, which work he should do at the first time. Okay. These are the three questions of the king. बघा विद्यार्थ्यांनो, या ठिकाणी आपण बघितलं की या राजा कोणाला भेटायला गेलेला आहे? साधूला भेटायला गेलेला आहे आणि साधू समोर राजा तीन प्रश्न ठेवतो. की त्याला वेगवेगळी कामं करायची असतात, पण त्या कामांमधून कुठलं काम त्याने कधी करायचं, म्हणजे योग्य वेळ कोणती आहे काम करण्याची. दुसरी गोष्ट, काम करताना त्याने कुठलं काम पहिले केलं पाहिजे. आणि तिसरी गोष्ट काय, मग त्यासाठी त्याने कोणत्या लोकांचा सल्ला घेतला पाहिजे किंवा कोणत्या लोकांच्या बरोबर राहिलं पाहिजे, असे प्रश्न राजाला पडलेले आहेत. आणि राजा ते प्रश्न संन्यासाच्या समोर मांडत आहे. बघूया पुढे काय होतं. The hermit listened to the king but said nothing. Hermit only listened but he did not give the answer. Okay. He just spat on his hand and resumed digging. And hermit was doing his work continuously. The king watched in silence for a while. Then, feeling sorry for the hermit, he said, "You are tired. Let me take the spade and work a while for you." The king was watching. The hermit was doing his work. Hermit did not give the answer, and hermit was digging the ground. And king thinks that the hermit was tired, so he asked him, "Should I do your work of digging the ground?" The hermit silently handed over the spade and sat down on the ground. And hermit gave him the permission, and he sat down on the ground, and king was digging the ground. When he had dug 2 beds, the king stopped and repeated his question. And king was now digging the ground. But again he asked his question to the hermit. The hermit again gave no answer. Again the hermit did not give him any reply, but rose and stretched out his hand for the spade, and said, "Now rest a while and let me work a bit." And hermit again told the king that he should rest, and now the hermit will do his work himself. But the king did not give him the spade and continued to dig. But king did not give hermit the spade, but he himself continuously was digging the ground. बघा विद्यार्थ्यांनो, आपण बघितलं की राजा कुठं गेलेला होता, जंगलात गेलेला होता. त्या ठिकाणी त्या जंगलामध्ये एक झोपडी असते. त्या झोपडीमध्ये कोण काम करत असतं, झोपडीच्या बाहेर हर्मिट म्हणजे साधू असतो. तो साधू काय करतो, माती खणण्याचं काम करत असतो. मग त्या ठिकाणी राजा जाऊन पोहोचतो आणि राजा मग काय करतो, साधूला प्रश्न विचारतो. राजा या ठिकाणी राजा म्हणून न जाता एक सर्वसामान्य व्यक्ती म्हणून त्या ठिकाणी त्या साधूच्या दरबारात म्हणजे साधूच्या घरी गेलेला असतो, झोपडीच्या बाहेर उभा असतो. पण तो संन्यासी किंवा साधू राजाच्या कुठल्याही प्रश्नाचे उत्तर न देता त्याचं काम करत असतो. कुठलं काम करत असतो साधू महाराज, ते काय करतात, माती खणण्याचं काम करत असतात. मग या ठिकाणी राजा परत संन्यासाला प्रश्न विचारतो, पण संन्यासी उत्तर न देता आपलं काम करत असतो. संन्यासाची तब्येत नाजूक असते किंवा सशक्त अशी व्यक्ती नसते, तरी ते माती खणण्याचं काम करत असतात. मग या ठिकाणी राजाला दया येते आणि मग राजा काय करतो, संन्यासाला सांगतो की मी तुमचं काम करू का. मग राजा काय करतो, संन्यासाची परमिशन घेतो, परवानगी घेतो आणि संन्यासी पण मग काय करतो, राजाला तो माती खणण्यासाठी परमिशन देतो. मग राजा माती खणत असताना परत संन्यासाला तेच प्रश्न विचारतो. परत संन्यासी कुठल्याही प्रकारचे उत्तर देत नाही. मग या ठिकाणी मग राजा काय करतो, संन्यासी उठतो आणि राजाला सांगतो की तू आता दमला असेल, तू बसून घे, मी माती खणतो. पण त्या ठिकाणी राजा काय करतो, संन्यासाला माती न खणू देता स्वतः माती खणण्याचं काम अखंडपणे करत राहतो. बघूया आता पुढे काय होतं ते. 1 hour passed and another. The sun began to sink behind the trees, and the king at last stuck the spade into the ground and said, "I came to you, wise one, for an answer to my questions. If you can give me none, please say so. I will go home." "Here comes someone running," said the hermit. "Let us see who it is." 1 hour passed and another. Means 2 or 3 hours has been passed. But hermit did not speak a single word with the king. And so the king said to the hermit that if he did not give the answers, and he will go to his house return. Okay. But there came a man running. The sun began to sink behind the trees. Means sun was sinking down. Means the night was coming. And king at last struck the spade into the ground, and king put the struck on the ground and said to the hermit that he came to see him. Wise fellow, but for your answers. But if you did not give him, he will go to his house, return. But here comes someone running. And said the hermit, but hermit said that someone was running. And let us see who it is, and we should see who that fellow is. We should do the indirect speech of the sentences. I came to see you, wise one, for an answer to my question. If you can give me none, please say so, and I will go home. The king asked hermit that he had came to see him, wise one, for an answer to his question. If he could not give him none, so he would go home. This is the indirect speech of the above sentence. I again repeat the answer. The king said to hermit that he had came to see him, wise fellow, for an answer to his question. If he could not give him none, and he requested him that he would go home. Here comes someone running. But the hermit said that someone is running. Let us see who it is. We should see who is that fellow running. The king turned round and saw a bearded man come running out of the forest. And king saw that a bearded man come running out of the forest. The man held his hands pressed against his stomach, and blood was flowing from under them. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground, moaning feebly. The man was coming from the forest. He has a beard, and also that man was wounded. The press and that man was wounded. The blood was flowing under them. The blood was flowing under his stomach. Okay. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground. And when he reached near the king, the man was fainted and fall down on the ground, to the ground. Here the hermit said to the king that somebody is running, and we should see who was running. The man was running from the forest. He came near the hut. That man has a beard, and also he was wounded fellow. His stomach, there was a wound near his stomach, and the blood was flowing. And as the man came near to the king, he was fainted and fall down to the ground. The king and the hermit unfastened the man's clothing. There was a large wound in his stomach. Here the king and the hermit helped that wounded fellow. That wounded fellow was fainted. Okay, so the king and the hermit helped that fellow. There was a large wound in his stomach. The king washed it as well as he could and bandaged it with his handkerchief and the towel the hermit had. Here the king helped that wounded fellow. He helped the hermit, and both of them, hermit and the king, unfastened the man's clothing. Means they opened his clothes, and the king cleaned the wound of that fellow, and also he fastened his handkerchief and the towel which was given by the hermit to his wound. But the blood would not stop flowing. The king again and again removed the bandage and soaked with warm blood and washed and rebandaged the wound. But that man was very deeply wounded, and the blood which was flowing from his stomach did not stop. And the king rebandaged his stomach, okay, and asked for something to drink. When at last the blood stopped flowing, the man reviewed and asked for something to drink. Review means was restored to consciousness. Means the man came to consciousness and he asked the king to give him to drink water. The king brought some fresh water and gave it to him. And king also gave him some fresh water to drink. बघा विद्यार्थ्यांनो, या ठिकाणी राजा आणि संन्यासामध्ये चर्चा होत असते. राजा संन्यासाला म्हणतो की तुम्ही जर माझ्या प्रश्नाचे उत्तर देणार नसाल, संध्याकाळ झालेली, दिवस मावळलेला आहे, मी आता माझ्या घरी निघून जातो. मग त्यावेळेस संन्यासी काय म्हणतो की या ठिकाणी कोणीतरी पळत येत आहे, आपण त्याचं बघूया कोण आहे ती व्यक्ती. मग ती व्यक्ती असते एक दाढी राखलेली व्यक्ती असते. ती जंगलातून पळत आलेली असते आणि तिच्या पोटाला जखम झालेली असते आणि त्या जखमेतून रक्त वाहत असतं. जशी ती व्यक्ती राजाजवळ येते ती बेशुद्ध पडते आणि जमिनीवर जाऊन पडते, बेशुद्ध होते आणि जमिनीवर जाऊन पडते. मग संन्यासी आणि राजा दोघं मिळून त्या व्यक्तीला मदत करून झोपडीमध्ये आणतात. त्या ठिकाणी राजा काय करतो, मग त्या जखमी माणसाचे कपडे सैल करतो आणि त्याची जखम धुण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो. आणि जखम धुतल्यानंतर मग राजा काय करतो, त्याच्याजवळ जो रुमाल होता तो रुमाल आणि संन्यासाने दिलेला टॉवेल यांच्या मदतीने राजा त्या जखमी माणसाची जखम बांधण्याचा प्रयत्न करत असतो. परंतु त्या जखमेमधून वारंवार रक्त वाहत असतं, जखम खोल गेलेली असते. मग त्या ठिकाणी जसं राजा जखमेला मलमपट्टी करत असतो, परत ती जखमेतून रक्त वाहत असतं. त्यामुळे राजा वारंवार ती बँडेज करण्याचं काम करत असतो. अशा प्रकारे राजा त्या माणसाची सेवा करत राहतो जोपर्यंत त्या जखमेतून रक्त येणं थांबत नाही. जसं रक्त येणं थांबतं तसं त्या बेशुद्ध झालेल्या माणसाची शुद्ध परत येते आणि तो राजाला पाणी पिण्यासाठी मागतो. मग राजा परत झोपडीच्या बाहेर जाऊन पाणी त्याला पिण्यासाठी घेऊन येतो. बघूया पुढे काय होतं. Meanwhile the sun had set and it had become cool. The king, with the hermit's help, carried the wounded man into the hut. The man lay there quietly with his eyes closed. By now the king was so tired after his walk and the work he had done that he lay down himself and also fell asleep. When he awoke in the morning, it took him some time to remember where he was and who was the strange bearded man lying by his side, gazing intently at him. "Forgive me," said the bearded man in a weak voice. When he saw that the king was awake, was looking at him, "I do not know you. You have nothing to forgive you for," said the king. Listen carefully. The sun had set. The king was doing the help of the wounded man, and after doing his work, he helped the poor wounded person, and in meanwhile the sun was set. And the hermit, with the help of the king, both the hermit and the king carried that wounded fellow into the hut. And the man lay there quietly with his eyes closed. Means that man was asleep. And king was also tired doing the work, so he was also asleep down. And when in the morning he woke up, he saw that a bearded fellow was sleeping near him, and that bearded fellow asked him to forgive him. Listen line by line. By now the king was tired after his walk and work he had done. The king was very tired. He was digging the ground first and then he served that wounded fellow. So he was also tired. He lay down himself and fell asleep, and king was also fall asleep. When he awoke, and king was awoke in the morning, it took him some time to remember where he was. And king did not remember very quickly that where he was. where he was, and who was the strange bearded man near him. Forgive me, that bearded man said him to forgive him, requested him to forgive him. When he saw that the king was awake and was looking at him, I don't know you, you have nothing to forgive you for, said the king. But king said that bearded man that he did not know him and how he can say to forgive him. बघा विद्यार्थ्यांनो, या ठिकाणी आपण काय बघितलं होतं, राजा त्या ठिकाणी साधूची मदत करत असतो. राजा त्या ठिकाणी जमीन खणाला साधूला मदत करत असतो आणि त्याच ठिकाणी राजा मग काय करतो, संन्यासाला प्रश्न विचारतो की तुम्ही माझ्या प्रश्नांची उत्तर देणार नसाल तर मी माझ्या घरी जातो, कारण दिवस मावळून राहिलेला आहे. मग त्या ठिकाणी एक माणूस धावत धावत जंगलातून येत असतो आणि तो त्या ठिकाणी येतो आणि तो लगेच त्या ठिकाणी बेशुद्ध पडतो, कारण त्याच्या पोटाजवळ जखम झालेली असते आणि त्या जखमेतून रक्त वाहत असतं. मग राजा आणि संन्यासी काय करतात, दोघं मिळून त्याच्या जखमेला पहिले काय करतात, स्वच्छ धुवून काढतो राजा जखम आणि त्यानंतर मग जखमेला बँडेज करण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो. पण जखम खूप खोल झालेली असते, त्यातून रक्त वाहत असतं आणि रक्त वाहत असल्यामुळे राजा वारंवार बँडेज करत असतो पण रक्त थांबत नाही. जशी रक्त थांबतं तसं राजा मग काय करतो, ती बँडेज बांधतो आणि मग तो जो माणूस असतो, जखमी माणूस, त्याला जाग येते आणि तो राजाला काय करतो, पाणी मागतो. राजा त्याच्यासाठी पाणी देतो. आता दिवसभर हे सगळं प्रकार चाललेले असतात. राजाचं जमीन खणण्याचं काम, त्याचबरोबर त्या जखमी माणसाला मदत करण्याची, त्याची सेवा करण्याचं काम चाललेलं असतं. संध्याकाळ झाल्यानंतर राजा आणि संन्यासी काय करतात, त्या बेशुद्ध माणसाला झोपडीमध्ये आणतात आणि त्या ठिकाणी राजा पण खूप दमलेला असल्यामुळे तो पण झोपी जातो. आणि सकाळी ज्यावेळेस राजाला जाग येते त्यावेळेस त्याला लक्षात येत नाही की आपण कुठे आहोत आणि थोड्या वेळाने त्याला ज्यावेळेस लक्षात येतं की आपण साधू महाराजांच्या झोपडीमध्ये आहोत आणि आपल्याजवळ कोणीतरी एक दाढीधारी व्यक्ती आहे हे त्याला लक्षात येतं. मग त्यावेळेस तो माणूस ज्यावेळेस शुद्धीतून होतो त्यावेळेस तो राजाची माफी मागतो आणि राजाला म्हणतो की तुम्ही मला माफ करा. मग राजा म्हणतो की मी जर तुम्हाला ओळखलेलंच नाहीये, तुम्ही माझ्या ओळखीचे नाहीये, तुम्ही मला काही केलेलं नाही, तर तुम्ही माझी माफी कशासाठी मागत आहात. अशा प्रकारे विद्यार्थ्यांना आपण स्टोरीचा अर्धा पार्ट जवळजवळ कंप्लीट केलेला आहे. आता येत्या पुढच्या लेक्चरमध्ये आपल्याला रिमेनिंग पार्ट ऑफ द स्टोरी कंप्लीट करायचा आहे. तोपर्यंत टेक केअर अँड गुड बाय.